Hi, so I'm Erica Sosna, the author of Your Life Plan, and as a self-confessed bookworm, book addict, girly swat, however you want to call it, I've decided to initiate my own book club where I read the most exciting books of the day so you don't have to. And this week I'm looking at A Whole New Mind by Daniel Pink, which I'm super enjoying and would love to share a bit more with about it with you. So how does it work? So A Whole New Mind is about the idea of what kinds of transferable skills, ways of being are we going to need to be successful in the world of work in the 21st century. And as a careers coach, I'm always really interested in what are the latest ways of thinking, what are the kinds of skills we're going to need for success in the future. So Daniel talks about three key elements that are shaping the ways in which we need to think. The first is automation. More and more of what we're doing is becoming automated, and therefore the element of kind of design and sophistication is actually where we can add an on-sell into the work that we do. The second is Asia, the rise of the emerging economies, the fantastic progress that's been made within China, India, etc., have meant that a lot of companies are looking to outsource some of the key elements of the work that they do to Asia, and that competition and that competence and ability has also changed and evolved the way we think about the world of work. And the third is about abundance, this idea that the more that more and more people become abundant and actually don't need a lot more things in the material world, the more interested they become in actually experiences and ideas, opportunities that he calls high design and high touch. So more intimate and more created in a more sophisticated manner. So he thinks in the 21st century world of work, there are going to be a few key skill sets that enable people to be successful in this high design, high touch environment. So I just want to touch on one or two today. I think one of the sort of key element that stays with me is about this idea of the right brain. So as some of you may know, your brain is divided into a left and right hemisphere, and the left hemisphere deals predominantly with logic, data, information, and to some extent the last sort of 50 years of work have been characterised by a real focus around what's the data, what's the evidence, what's the logical argument. And what he's saying is that actually the right brain, which focuses more on intuition, on creativity, on play, on narrative, on what he calls symphony, which is being able to see the connections and the patterns between things, are going to be increasingly important within the future world of work. And just one last thing I really like about this book that I wanted to share with you is that each chapter is kind of divided into these 6 different elements. So you can see I've underlined lots of things here in the design section. And then after each chapter, he has this thing called the portfolio. And in the portfolio, he gives you a range of kind of tools, techniques, resources, activities, future work that can help you to develop your skill set in that area. So the one we're looking at right now is Channel Your Annoyance, which is an exercise around design, which is really about look at the things that really annoy you around design, things you feel are badly designed. It could be as small as a can opener, or as large as a government infrastructure, or a transport system, and just really look at what are the ways in which I could improve the performance of this, and what would be the solutions I would come up with. So I really like these kind of portfolio sections because it introduces not just the key idea, but actually what is it that I can do about it. So this is the book that I recommend for this week, which is A Whole New Mind by Daniel Pink, Why Right Brainers Will Rule the Future.